Hello, my name is Ethan. I'm one of the co-founders of Mindsmith, and this is a brief tutorial on how to use our AI generator. Our AI generator was built to be pretty intuitive, but there are a lot of things I think that people miss. Today we'll be creating a lesson on food handling in the work environment. I'm going to be using a standard operating procedure that I pulled from the internet so that we can kind of demonstrate all of the different parts of the generator. So it first asks what we want to generate. So this is where we get to give the overall topic. This is kind of an overall guidance for the lesson, and it will refer back to this title when creating both the outline and the course itself. So we'll click Next, and then it asks me to add any background information. So this is really my opportunity as kind of a learning designer to give as much context as I can. So I can give a role. I can say this is for new employees, or if it were for like senior engineers, I can say this is for senior engineers. I can talk about tone, like give lots of narrative or I can ask it to give many narrative examples. I can ask it to teach with an upbeat personal tone. Any sort of overall guidance that you want to give. If you have like specific learning objectives that you want to make sure that the AI like kind of understands as it's generating both the outline and the lesson, this is the place to put it. The next thing I'll do is add a document. So the document is cool because it really gives a lot of context for the AI. So if your organization has like internal resources that you want to make sure that it hits, this is a way to really tailor the lesson to your organization's needs. So, for example, if you can see here, I uploaded a standard operating procedure. But you could also upload like an employee handbook, or if you have like product specs or any sort of internal data. If you have like subject matter expert PowerPoint presentations, you can upload it here, and it will use that as the context for the lesson as its data source. So the next thing I'll do is ask it to use GPT-4. I can also toggle between instruction and assessment mode. I'm doing instruction today. I can also give it some different lengths. So it's the times are approximated, but the sections are pretty firm. So I can ask it to generate 6 sections, which is approximately 15 minutes, and then I'll click Next, and it'll generate the outline. So we'll wait while it generates the outline. So you can see here that it generated this outline. It goes through each of these different subtopics according to the document that I uploaded, and it provides a description for each of the subtopics. And the description is kind of our opportunity also as the learning designer to really guide the AI and give it more granular guidance here for the individual subtopics. So it talks about understanding food safety and hygiene, hand washing, safe handling during emergencies, receiving procedures, safety observations, and new employee food safety checklist. So what I'm going to do is hand washing. I knew that it would generate something on hand washing because that's a really important part of the standard operating procedure. So I can go here. I can say using a single story of an employee washing their hands, give information on the proper hand washing techniques and when to change gloves and ensure that food safety is prepared and served to customers. So that way I can make sure that it's like a single story, there's a narrative. I'm really interested in kind of this narrative thing. But like really there's so much opportunity here to tweak the lesson and like guide the AI. So I could say things like generate a golf analogy, or I could say to teach, like giving real world examples, case studies. There's a ton of opportunity here. So then I'll click Next and we'll generate the actual lesson. So you can see that it generated the lesson. We'll just click Open Lesson here, and it'll bring us to the lesson itself. So let's scroll down to see if it gave a narrative for hand washing practices. Cool, so it looks like it created this employee named Sarah, and it goes through her journey for hand washing. It gives some questions, and it keeps kind of this single narrative of Sarah throughout the lesson. So this has been a demo of how to use our Mindsmith generator. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Ethan at mindsmith.ai. Thanks.